What do you make of this then? Because this mum's trying to encourage her son to give up smoking, and this is the way, by using an e-cigarette, that he's trying to do that.
Well, first of all, as I understand it, mum herself smokes, and I think the first example she could set is giving up smoking herself, if she's so concerned about the fact that in the family there's been deaths from smoking. I think that's the first good example she could set. But I do agree with the school that schools should be no smoking zones. You don't want to do anything that encourages behaviours towards smoking and to contribute to the 100,000 deaths that are attributed to smoking in the UK every year. I think it's no brainer. You don't want to encourage kids to smoke anything, whether it's e-cigarettes or tobacco. Tobacco is certainly going to be much more harmful. But once you go down the route of vaping, then you're encouraging behaviours that might lead to smoking tobacco. And schools should be, at the forefront of discouraging children from doing that.
So these things are about to become off limits for kids under 18. Yes, so in a way it's going to be taken out of everybody's hands then,
I mean, there's always a way around that. People find a way around laws, but the law from Thursday will be that retailers can't sell to under 18s, and adults will be committing an offence if they buy e-cigarettes for under 18s themselves.
Now, I think what this raises is the issue about, and we've talked about this over the last couple of weeks, is smoking an e-cigarette something which leads you on to smoking tobacco? Is it a good way of giving up tobacco, which, as she says, is the case here? Does smoking an e-cigarette look more glamorous than smoking another cigarette, so that if your teenage friends see you doing that, they might be encouraged to want to do it? I mean, how much research is currently being undertaken?
Well, we know that 1.3 million people use e-cigarettes, and many of those used to smoke tobacco. So there's no doubt that they are of benefit for people who were addicted to smoking tobacco and want to give up. And they've given up effectively by substituting tobacco cigarettes for vaping
so that's,
e-cigarettes.
Of course, Mason's mum, then.
Yes, absolutely, but not at school. This is something that committed smokers can do to get them off. And it is the most popular method of quitting, and it is clearly effective. And it's likely, as Public Health England said themselves, to be 95% less harmful than smoking tobacco. So that's all in their favour. But we don't want to encourage new smokers to smoke e-cigarettes or any other kind of cigarette, and certainly not in school. So by all means, I mean, I think children will try e-cigarettes, and I'd much rather, if my children were going to do that, they tried e-cigarettes rather than smoking tobacco for lots of proven reasons. However, I'd be horrified if they wanted to do it at school, and I would support the school, every part of the way in saying, no, that's not going to happen.
Thanks for that. And also, we've got a response from the school that sort of says they encourage children to lead healthy lifestyles, to make healthy choices. They offer students access to the school nurse, and they've got quit smoking programmes and things like that. But they are continuing to work with and support Mason, who we saw there in that report.